And everybody should.
And we're back. Let's roll some dice. We've already rolled initiative. Janlar, Rose, do you wake up to the screams?
No.
Janlar does not wake up. Rose, do you wake up?
I think I would, because I don't think I'd be such a heavy sleeper if I was preparing for something to happen tonight, right?
Sounds good. Rose, you can go ahead and roll initiative then and join in.
Ba-ba, ba-ba. There we go.
A 7. Excellent. So, Tom, you're the first to react as the light of Gorik's spell fades. You once again see this silhouette in the moonlight as it screams its ugly scream of pain. What do you do?
Well, the spell kind of sucks, but it's, I don't really want to use my other 3rd level slots. I'm going to use Scorching Ray.
Okay.
And fire that at... I make 3 attack rolls at this thing with advantage.
What
because
is the range on Scorching Ray?
It's like 120 feet.
120 feet.
Perfect. You got it.
Yeah, I think only your first one will have advantage, though, Chum.
No, it's all 3, I think, because they hit simultaneously. One's going to be a miss. It's the next attack roll, but because they're all fired simultaneously, I feel like it would apply there, right?
I'm alright with this. Sounds good to me. You get 2 hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Right.
I'm not going to argue about it.
Alright, so Scorching Ray is kind of bad, but what can you do? He takes 15 points of fire damage.
15 points of fire damage. This creature once again unleashes another unholy scream as it burns. That leads us to the creature. Wow, you guys rolled shit initiative. This creature shows its claws, looks in menace to both ways, and it is going to walk its way unsteadily back into the stream itself. And as it squats down into the stream, it almost disappears into the running water around it. That brings us to Rose. Rose, you've been awakened by this horrific sound. Tom is firing magic out of the cave entrance. What do you do?
I'm going to grab Janla by the collar. And I'm going to be like, Janla, wake up! Tom is setting things on fire again. We got to do something.
All right. Where is it?
It's outside, I think. I didn't have a look yet, but something's screaming.
Janlar, you are awoken by this. Please roll initiative. You will join us in the next round of combat.
I love it's not that we're fighting something.
Absolutely.
The fact that he's using fire.
Janlar, next round on turn 3 you will go. That brings us to our good friend Meladarin? I have to relearn your name.
Just call me Meld, alright?
Meldarian. It is your turn. What shall you do?
I'm going... how far into the river or stream is it?
It walked its way back into the stream, only a few feet, and as it crouched down, it kind of blended itself into the water a fair bit.
Okay, I'm going to use my action and my movement speed to run up to 80 feet. I'm going to get right up to it.
All right. You race down the cliff, out of the refuge as fast as you can go down to the riverside. As you get there, you can see the bloated flesh of it in the water, its eyes staring up at you, its claws sharpening.
I'm going to look down at it, and I'm going to roar at it as I rage.
All right, you fly into a rage and give an elvish roar, and that is the end of your turn. That brings us to... Not Janlar, you're gonna go next turn. Gorik, you are back up at the top. You've seen your friend rush down. You've seen the fire of Tom kind of make this thing retreat back into the stream. What do you do?
What is the range on Channel Divinity?
Oh, well, it depends on what you're channeling.
Like 30 if it's
It's
just...
30 feet for Turn Undead. And it's like 60 feet away from me.
It is.
Well, damn. I have stumpy little dwarf legs, and my speed is only 25, which means I would end my turn 35 feet away from it. So I will move up 25 feet.
All right.
And then I will cast Sacred Flame, I think.
Okay. You
So
cast
it's
Sacred
like
Flame. That has
dex
that has a save from them, doesn't it?
Yep, it's a dex save.
Alrighty. That is a 16.
I believe that is a pass. Yeah, that's a pass. So
All right, you attempt to flash your sacred fire, and you see this bloated flesh just kind of dip down into the water, and the stream itself kind of dissipates the magical flames that you attack it with. Bring us back to Tom. You see another shadowy figure race down from the cliffside near where you just shot at the other creature. You saw the silhouette of it dip into the water. You see another shadowy kind of form down the cliffside. What do you do?
Is it running to intercept Meldarian?
You have seen a figure that you fired at.
Yeah,
go
the one that went
water,
into the water, and then
you
there's
see
another one that I see.
You see two more shadowy figures running down the cliffside. One about halfway down the cliffside, and the other down at the stream itself.
Where are they like running to? Because I know Meldarian ran up to the one that we first attacked.
Well, it seems like one of these shadowy figures has raced down to the stream side where your previous creature was. The other one's about halfway down. You see a shadowy figure that you shot at go into the water.
They're kind of split right now, which makes this a little bit more annoying. I'm gonna guiding bolt one of them.
All right.
Actually, Fairy Fire might be better. Or no, Fairy Fire is a dex save, yeah. So we're gonna guiding bolt one of them.
Which silhouette are you firing at?
I am going to go... Does the one in the water get cover for being in the water?
Hard to tell.
Let's find out. Let's
All
have
right.
that one.
You fire at the water with a 10.
10.
A 10 does not strike it.
Okay.
As your guiding bolt goes wide and strikes into the cliffside. As your guiding bolt flashes back down the way, you see from the light emanating from it, it lights up these silhouetted figures, and you notice that halfway down the mountain is Goric, and standing at the riverside is your new friend staring down into the water.
I thought that's what you were getting at, but I was a little confused by the description.
Yes. Perfect. That is Tom's turn, which brings us to this creature. Meldarian, you see its bloated eyes stare up into yours. It erupts out of the water with its claws outstretched, trying to dig into your ready flesh. It will swing at a 6. It hits you with its first claw with a critical hit. And an 11 with its second. So let us figure out how much damage that gives you. You will take 23 slashing damage from the claws as it digs into you.
11?
Yes, you are raging and you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from your rage.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so you take half of that as it rips into you with its claws into your unarmored form, and then kind of slinks its way back into the water as well. Not ducking down as deep as it was, just standing with the water rushing around its bloated legs. That brings us to Rose. You've woken up Janlar. You saw more fire shot down the stream side. What do you do?
I'm gonna rush outside in front of the cave. It's within 120 feet, we said, right?
It's within 120 feet, yes.
I'd like, can I see it from here? Or is it like...
You see, you have dark vision?
Yes.
Yes, you see it facing down your new half-elf friend Meldarian, standing in the stream with its claws bloodied.
I'm gonna point a moonbeam at the stream so it doesn't hit our barbarian friend.
All right. A beam of moonlight in a cylinder comes down, surrounding the stream, encompassing this creature. Excellent. That is your turn. That brings us to Meldarian. You've been struck by the claws of this creature as it stares down at you out of this pillar of moonlight. What do you do?
All right. Does it count as prone since it's lower into the water?
Does it count as burnt?
Prone.
It's not prone. No.
Ah, lame. All right. Well, I'll just swing at it.
All right.
First swing, 11.
11 does not hit. As you strike into the creature, it turns it aside with its sick claws.
All right, second attack. Come on, 19.
19 does hit. Please
Great
roll some
sword.
damage. That is 11 points of damage on the creature. As you rip into its rotting, bloated flesh, a gooey ichor flies out and sprays back at you within 5 feet of the creature. Please make a dexterity saving throw against this gross, acidic rot.
Does he get advantage for danger sense?
Yeah, you would get advantage for danger sense as a barbarian.
All right, I'll roll again. Give me a second. Come on. 19.
You
Thank God.
duck out of the way, letting this ichor and grossness flash back behind you, managing to avoid most of it. That is your turn. That brings us to Janlar. You've been woken up by Rose. You're groggily coming to your senses. You hear the sounds of combat some 100 feet away from you. What do you do?
100 feet away, it's pretty far. When I come out of the cave, can I see it lit up through the moonlight?
You don't have dark vision, right? So you kind of
No.
see silhouettes the way Tom does. There are 3 of them out there, 2 of them kind of facing off on the stream banks.
Does
one about
Moonbeam
halfway
create
down.
any light?
That's what, yeah, it's the moonbeam is.
Rose
Oh, yeah.
from the moonbeam?
Yeah, you see one pretty much well lit up by the moonbeam.
Like a spotlight.
Yeah, there's like a spotlight on a bloated, fleshy, awful creature with claws bloodied.
It would actually still be dim. Like, technically, it's a dim light cylinder.
It's a dim spotlight.
It's a dim spotlight, yes.
Then I would run up, now that I'm no
moonlit.
longer encumbered, I could run up my full movement, and then I would cast Ray. No, I'd cast Firebolt. That's the only way.
Alright, you race out of your cave 30 feet into the night.
Stop
You
setting
point
things
your
on fire!
fingers
Just
and
walks
shoot
out, more
fireballs.
fire.
Sorry, it's my only option.
Alright, please roll to hit. An 11 misses. This thing kind of stretches out with its claws, splashing water up and fizzling out your firebolt as it gets there. Which brings us back around to Goric.
All
What
right.
do you do?
I'm gonna present my holy symbol, my Book of the Dead, and I'm gonna tell it, get away. And I'm gonna turn undead.
Alright, you turn undead, your voice echoing out through your holy symbol.
Technically, it's destroy undead. So if it's CR like a quarter or less, might be half or less, it gets
It is
destroyed if it
beyond
fails.
your destruction.
But I was gonna say, but I strongly suspect if we're a solo fight against this thing, it's probably above the CR threshold.
Yes.
But it does need to make a wisdom save against the turn undead.
Is there no upper limit to what you can turn right now?
I don't think so. I think they have to
I have no idea how it works in 5e. Or I kind of, but I remember there's an upper limit.
turn undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. Turn creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can and cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, it uses the dodge action instead.
This is a very unfortunate spell because it ends when it takes damage, and it will take damage at the start of its turn. But you turn undead. That brings us to Tom. You see this creature spotlighted by Rose's moonbeam.
Does that give advantage
No.
to attacks?
No,
Okay.
it's not technically fight.
No. You all have advantage on attacking it because when I rage, I am a totem warrior.
That
of the wolf.
is true. You are
Okay.
raging and in melee. He is Totem of the Wolf. And so, yes, you have advantage to strike this
Perfect.
creature.
I was going to fairy fire it, but in that case, we're gonna.
Hold it. Before he does that, can I get a second?
You can. Yes. I'm sorry. I totally forgot he was Totem of the Wolf. You hit. Please roll damage.
I completely forgot.
12
Wait, he gets a
points of
second
damage.
attack.
He
No,
got
no.
an advantage.
Oh, he just re-rolled the attack roll.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Let's,
My bad.
Wolf is only melee attacks, though, right?
I believe it's just in range of me.
I believe it's like the pack tactics thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Read
that
up
back
on
tactics is melee, right?
it. Read up on it. I don't really care. This
Okay.
is not a creature that matters in the
I
slightest.
have to be melee attacks. You're right.
Okay, then I don't attack it.
That's all good. You got 12 damage on it. What are you doing, Tom?
Well, if we don't get advantage from here, I'm gonna fairy fire it, especially in case it tries to escape. I want to be able to follow it.
Cool.
So I'm gonna go ahead. How far away are we right now?
You are standing still at the entrance of your cave. You're some 100 feet down. You're some 100 feet upstream from where it is.
Okay, then I'll run 30 feet this round, and I'll have about 10 feet to go. So I'll just do an attack then and
Okay.
fairy fire it. Turn. We're gonna do another. I could do either. They both suck. So we're gonna do guiding bolt so that I can give advantage to someone.
All right.
D20 plus 6, and it's a 9 to
A
hit.
9 misses. All right. That brings us back to this creature's turn, locked in combat with our poor half elf. It will swing out with its claws once again.
But it takes moonbeam damage first.
With a 9 and a 19. Please roll moonbeam damage.
It gets a con save, right, for half.
It takes moonbeam damage.
Okay, I think it's... yeah.
A 19 will hit, by the way.
I don't remember how much.
That's 10.
It was 2d8 plus 3. 10 points of damage. Excellent. It stands in the moonbeam, taking 10 points of damage, as it does another 14 slashing to Meldarion.
And the turn effect expires when it takes damage.
And the turn effect expires when it takes that damage, yes. As we discussed.
Yep.
That brings us to Rose. What do you do?
Woo! I'm gonna start moving down the mountain as well. I'm gonna move like, I guess I'm gonna double move, so I'm gonna move 60 feet towards
You
it.
rush 60 feet closer to your target, seeing it suffering in the moonbeam, striking out at Meldarion. That brings us to Meldarion. You've been struck once again by its claws. What do you do?
Foul beast. Taste my sword! Boom. 19.
That hits. Please roll damage. 9 points of damage. Alright. That slays the creature. Your sword ripping through its bloated hide and dismantling it in front of you. However, the splashback of its rotting insides comes at you. Please make a dexterity saving throw. With advantage.
18.
You duck out of the way, and its innards splash harmlessly in and around you. And once again, the night falls silent around the 5 of you as this dead, bloated corpse lies in the stream.
Kind of want to drag it out of the stream, because that's bad for the stream. Yeah, I'm going to just grab the 2 halves and just, like, drag them onto the shore.
Mm-hmm. All right, you do that, dragging
What does
this.
it look like?
It is vaguely humanoid in look, almost like a drowning victim, though. It has pale, bluish skin. Its eyes and lips and everything is bloated and distorted. It is leaking some kind of ichor and green and blue from it, but the limbs are oversized and they end in these long, sharp claws that are now soaked largely in your blood.
Go ahead, sorry. I was gonna say Janlar lights a torch and walks over.
All right,
And,
perfect.
Can Goric inspect it and see if he recognizes what kind of undead creature it is?
Sure. What are you? You're just trying to recognize it from memory, just from your training.
I mean, I could consult my little prayer book. It might have passages on the undead. I'm a grave domain cleric.
Okay. Sounds like that is a religion intelligence check to me.
Okay. 1d20 plus 2? Yeah. Plus 2. Wait. Yes. That's a
10. You are unfamiliar with this part of the undead. It seems that your book does not particularly uncover this type of creature.
I think I might make that attempt too, being a cleric.
Okay, sure. You stretch your memory, religious intelligence. Okay.
I'm gonna hit its remains with one sacred flame just to deal some radiant damage to the corpse.
All right. You radiant the corpse. You know this creature to be what is colloquially referred to as a drowner. This is the undead corpse. Sometimes the lore changes in about them of how they became corpses, but they all agree that these undead foul creatures hide in streams where they hunt and stalk the wildlife around them and will try to kill and eat any person that they happen upon, usually through drowning them in the river with their powerful hands, but when attacked have been known to use their sharp claws to kill. Their putrid, rotting insides are quite potent and are known to make some of the most powerful poisons in the Midlands.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll relay that this is a drowner. So with the undead in this world, is it one of those things where you do rites to dead people because that's what helps them stay dead, and dead who are not tended to just kind of have a chance of like coming back and haunting the world around them?
It kind of depends, I think, on where you're from in the world and what gods you prescribe to. The general belief, the strongest overarching mythology in the Midlands surrounds the goddess Hilla, who is, of course, the moon, goddess of prophecy, sorcery. She has been tasked with guiding the spirits of those who die to the stars so that they can pass on into the next life. And she is worshipped at places like crossroads and places where you might get lost because you need the guidance of Hilla to get you there. This is the ancient task that she has been given. So the prominent beliefs around this area often come to easing the soul's access to Hilla, right? Many Bridges funerals revolve around the burning of bodies, so that they are releasing the souls to the air and towards the sky, so that Hilla's light can claim them and get them moving. And B, because through the process of this burning ash, they can begin the process of rebirth and regrowth that Bridges is so commonly associated with.
Okay, I guess what I'm trying to get at is drowners. Are they more like a thing? Are these? This is kind of like a stupid undead, right? It's kind of like the basic. I'm a body
mindless
that just wants to hunt and kill things, right?
Yes.
Are these the kind of things that are explicitly created by design, or are they the kinds of things that are born by negligence? Was more what I was
The
aiming for.
mythology of the Midlands kind of says that if for whatever reason you do not get your soul to the stars, if Hilla can't find you, or you refuse to walk with Hilla, or you are trapped and Hilla cannot get to you, then your soul is destined to kind of walk the world and become the restless undead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that to the party. Janlar, Rose, do you think this might be the voice that we heard crying the last time we were here?
It's possible.
Wait, is this a male corpse or a female corpse?
Because
Because it was a woman's voice that we heard.
I don't actually know. Let's roll. Let's find out. I don't have notes on this. It is a female corpse.
It's possible.
I'm gonna say, oh, hey.
Hmm?
I point towards the riverbed and I say, the bed that never sleeps, right?
That
actually makes sense to me.
makes a lot of sense. Do you want to go take a look?
I mean, I can. Sure.
All right, Tom's gonna snap his fingers and step into the moving river and not sink. He'll walk on top of the water.
All right.
I was just gonna turn into a frog, but I guess that works.
I mean, you can turn into a frog as well. I'll accompany you.
You snap your fingers and walk on top of the stream out into the center of it, feeling the running current kind of wanting to drag you down the stream some. You have to kind of shuffle your way up or against the current a little bit.
Doric leans over to Janlar and says, "How does he plan to search the stream bed if he's standing on top of the water?"
I look up at you and I'm like, I have no idea what he's thinking.
So,
It's a good question.
I guess I'm going to get my cloak, wrap it around myself. It's gonna fall down on the floor, and then out jumps like a giant frog.
A giant
really
frog.
big frog.
Nice.
Does Samba go too?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going because you're a part of my equation.
You're
Oh my
essentially considered held when she morphs with you.
Yep.
Perfect.
And I'm just a giant light green colored frog with like a huge water lily on my head. You know, it's just like a giant like a hat is just placed on top. I just go ribbit. And I jump next to Tom.
All right, a giant frog jumps in the stream, splashing the stream up onto your legs, Tom. As you stand above the stream looking down, the frog swims into the stream itself. You find that the stream is fairly deep at this point for a stream. Most streams around here you could stand about ankle height or knee height. At this point, at the very deepest part, it would come up to about your waist, but it doesn't get much deeper. It seems that you have found a very, very deep part of the
Okay, I was looking more for. I was thinking the water walk would be more useful for going to the bed of it. Figured it might get a little bit more deep there, but I might be wrong.
Water walking keeps you above the water, so you can't.
That's what I
actually
mean. Like
get
we're
to the
going
bed.
to the bed of the stream, right?
The bed of the stream is.
The riverbed
under
is just like
water.
the bottom of the stream.
It's the yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the mouth. Fuck! I wasted a spell.
The mouth
Got my words mixed up.
I was like, I don't. This
I
is
looked it up,
doing
I was like-
exactly
I was
the
like, I wanna make
opposite
sure I'm
of going to the
not
bed.
at the very bottom.
I was thinking of river mouth. Fuck.
Bed or a channel in which a river flows.
All right, whatever. Fuck it. I'm useless. I just kind of stand there watching to like reach down if Rose gets dragged under, I guess.
What do we see? What do we see?
You see a stream running by you. There are some crawdads that rush by in their little crawdaddy ways, pinching at things. There is an occasional very small fish, but not many at all. This is a rather shallow stream, and they are very, very small. The bed is not rocky so much in this area. There are some stones both above the stream, but more so downstream, where it kind of rushes over them in that pattern. There are a few kind of larger stones in this area, but as it's deep here, it's mostly a sandy, muddy riverbed.
Right. Do I see? So I do have dark vision as a frog still, right?
Yeah, you can
do I
see.
see any remains or anything? I guess I'm looking for a spot where somebody might drown in that case.
You're looking for a spot where someone might drown. Well, you're in the deepest part of the stream around here as you look both ways. If someone were to drown, this would be the most water possible.
Can I dig a little bit through the sand on the ground? You said it's quite sandy there, right?
Yeah, it's sandy and muddy. Frogs often dig little holes, I assume. So yeah, you can use your little amphibian, well, quite large amphibian arms to dig through the sand, throwing up cloudy bits as Tom looks down. You find the riverbed to be mud and sandy and like you would expect.
I'm gonna slightly.
I can see.
Sandbar,
Oh,
with
right, you
your
can see
true sight, see nothing out of the ordinary or different here than
There's
what
nothing
we've
here,
described.
bros. You're just making a mess in the water. It's lovely water. Why are we making it all yucky?
I pedal a little bit fast because I that creature didn't seem particularly strong, right? It was rather small, so I don't think it would try to swim against the stream to come back. I think it would probably, I'll try to go upstream because I think that's where it came from, probably, if it did come from that direction.
Go, mighty frog lady. Maybe we can find a prince.
So you begin swimming upstream. What are you specifically looking for?
Maybe some. What is the easiest way? I mean, it's already pretty deep. I take it it's deep still here as well. Maybe either a place with turbulence where you would be able to like knock yourself out accidentally, like a rocky place, right, with like large rocks or something. Or a place that would be prone for currents.
Investigating, looking for a drowned person is essentially what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you begin swimming up and down the stream, looking for remains. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you do this. Just a standard perception.
Over on the shore, Gorek will be kind of like piling the body up and getting some like wood together and stuff so Tom can burn it.
Perfect.
And administering sort of last rites to this corpse.
Okay.
It is a frog. Do they have... I just gotta check if they do have perception. Perception plus...
Perception would be based on you, the druid.
Right, but they have the skill, right? So...
do they have a keen sight skill?
They have... No, they don't have a keen sight, but they do have skills perception +2. So I guess that... Does that count as proficient? Then I get to roll with my proficiency? I can't remember. Or do I just roll my normal?
The way I understand it is the druid keeps the mental properties, right? So if you're trained in perception as a druid, you would keep your wisdom score, your perception, but you gain the physical attributes.
I don't like get.
Into.
Oh, I guess it's a 10 then.
Right, if you have like a attribute like they have keen sight, right, you would get the bonus of that, but you're using your perception.
No, I know that if you have a proficiency, it also carries over into your beast form, but I wasn't sure if it does it the other way around as well.
Right, which is why I think it keeps your proficiency there.
Yeah.
The +2. With a 10, you take some time, begin combing this... Whoops, cock. You begin combing this riverbed for a... What? You begin combing the riverbed for the remains to be found. After probably 20 minutes of searching, downstream, closer to the cave that you were initially staying at, not where this creature was found, you do find some old rotting remains. You see mostly a skeleton, and as you examine it, you see that the neck of the skeleton appears to have been fractured and broken. There are pieces of it missing. You see mostly the neck and rib cage and skull. You don't really see much beyond that, kind of buried in this water. As you examine it closely, you see kind of fang marks along the bones, especially the rib cage area, and there is still in some places like bits of rotting flesh hanging onto it. Not very much at all, but it just in some little bit you can tell there's still some there. It was like entirely cleaned.
Would it be possible for me to pick something up with webbed feet or webbed hands?
Sure, I bet you could crook an amphibian leg around something and swim up.
Right, I'll try to like take the skull up, and I'm gonna try to jump back on land, and then I'm gonna let out a ribbit to let them know that I'm here.
All right,
a mighty ribbit.
It's fairly shallow downstream here compared to where you jumped in. You're easily able to lift up the bones and give a mighty ribbit about 100 feet away from where they're burning a undead corpse.
Smells like wet bacon.
Is that sambar or?
Hell no. I'm probably
wet, rotting, pus-filled bacon.
Hot, right?
Yeah. Hearing the ribbit, I'd go over and look for the frog.
Yeah, there's a
Find
corpse
frog
lying, I guess.
with some bones.
I take the
Somebody
bones
else
over to.
got murdered, I guess.
looks like Rose found these bones.
Can I roll to see how old they are?
Sure, you can attempt to.
They
How do
like
you
that
how do you
flesh?
try to identify the age of the bones?
Just like I would if I was tracking an animal and found a corpse of something that's been eaten. See how clean they are, because obviously over time the flesh and everything would be washed away.
Okay.
And
That sounds like a survival wisdom check to me. Go ahead and roll that for me.
11.
All right, you begin examining the bones. You are pretty certain that these are a month or so old, maybe 2 months at the most.
Do they look humanoid?
Yes.
Somebody, wait. When were you here last?
Early fall.
I have never been here before.
Around 2 months ago.
It was
Because
during
I
the
had really
harvest.
been
Is
a woman screaming.
this body looks about 2 months old. Did you witness a murder and not help?
We heard sounds that we thought might be a trap, and I guess could have been a murder.
The cleric nonchalantly says.
I love how it was me and Emily making the decision, and so I have to. Yeah, it was not a great decision. I was much less powerful than I am now. Now I would never hear a scream and not go running.
We were also a little bit beaten up by that point. We'd used up most of our resources and were resting up for the night specifically to recover them.
Okay. Well, mind doing last rites?
Sure. And I build a second pyre.
I thought you were gonna say you toss it in with the undead.
The ultimate disrespect. Like, yeah, sorry we got you killed. Let me just throw you in here with the drowner that probably killed you.
All right. You spend the evening doing some last rites on an undead drowner that you have killed and this potential victim of it.
It didn't have anything on it, right? I don't think drowners have
No,
pockets.
it was just a skeleton. You can tell that it has been chewed on, and there was still some flesh like rotting and fleshing away. It hadn't been completely cleaned out yet.
And same thing for the undead, right?
Oh, the undead? They didn't have anything on it. No, it was just a bloated, corpsey creature.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go rest up because I'm all kinds of fucked up now, and I'm like just covered in more cuts and shit.
Yeah, you got some.
I
nice
think about reaching out to heal you, and then I remember about the 5th edition sleeping bag of healing, and I just kind of let my hand fall back down. And I say, "Yep, have a good night."
I want to go to the cave before I go back to ours and fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down back in the up the top because that bed was comfy as fuck, and I wanted to have some mushrooms for breakfast.
All right. Meldarian finds comfort on the stone slab that looks like a bed growing out of the cave. Goes to sleep.
Meldarian, you die.
Rose, you go
I would
investigate
love-
the
I
cave.
want exactly. I want to pick up a little bit of water from the river and carry it back to the cave. And then I'll try to, I guess, sprinkle the water on the stone slab.
You sprinkle the water on the stone slab, and nothing happens.
Well, that's disappointing, isn't it?
It was a good idea. Read it again.
That's what it says.
I'm just gonna say in Sylvan. I'm just gonna say river.
It's the runes say, swaddled in the bed of that which never sleeps.
Right. Maybe it should it swaddled? Well, I'm pretty sure that the bed that never sleeps is a river.
Well, it's not the bed which never sleeps. It's swaddled in the bed.
The question is, what is it then?
Which never sleeps.
Do you think they were talking about the drowner? I don't think a drowner is that old, right? It wouldn't be as old as the ruins.
I doubt it. I think the drowner was just a random encounter.
Van Buzz whispered in your ear. It's probably a baby. Get the baby out of the box. Use me. Come on. We can wail on this rock.
I think the riverbed was a good idea, but perhaps it does not refer to a bed which never sleeps, but a bed of something that never sleeps.
I mean, rocks don't sleep, you hear Mel say when he's laying on one of the beds, and it's quite comfy, may I add.
Well, elves don't sleep, but technically you do.
I'm not an elf, I'm a half-elf. My father is a half-elf. My father's father is a half-elf, and then his father
So you're
is an elf.
an oct elf?
Probably, but... And I, like, lift my ear, like, lift my hair a little bit. I got pointy ears.
Do the ears get less pointy over successive generations?
The answer to that is probably yes. But half elf is not a distinction of half and half.
I know. I was making a joke.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go to bed then. So I'm gonna walk back to our normal cave and go to bed there.
All right.
God, should have hit the stone.
I said tomorrow if we can't figure it out, remember?
Well,
Not morning yet.
technically past midnight, so it is tomorrow.
Don't you technical me, I'm going to bed now.
Okay.
All right.
Goric continues not sleeping in the cave.
The four of you go to sleep. Goric remains awake and alert, watching out as the rest of the night passes uneventfully. Goric, go ahead and take one level of exhaustion for your lack of sleeping. But the morning comes as you wake up in your separate caves. Most of you feeling rather refreshed after your night of battle.
All right.
Woo! It's rock breaking time.
Well,
I wake up from a yelling maze. I guess.
hold on.
How did you sleep? You didn't stir. I would know. I was right.
Hold on. Before we go smashing this rock, first off, let me have some breakfast. And
You still
I
can't hear Sambar.
Oh, damn it!
What's even better is in her mind, I am yelling, right?
Yep,
Like, it's not
yep.
like I'm quiet, so she's like, "Can you shut up?" Dead silent.
Yep.
I'm going to. You know what? We're gonna try the meld into stone thing, and I'm gonna see if I can gauge some info about whatever's inside this cube.
All right. You.
I already have the mace in my hand as we walk over. Do you say anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can figure out what's in there, and I like.
You try to
roll.
meld into stone. You burn your spell on it. You reach your hand in. Your hand reaches into the box. What you find is that it is not a stone all the way through. So you reach your hand in. You come to the limit of the stone, about 6 inches in. And as you kind of work your way around, it
I'm gonna
seems that
feel
there's-
around it, see what kind of shape I
Right.
got, what kind of material it feels like.
You find that the stone itself has kind of a hollowness in it. You find as you work your way through that after about 6 inches on all sides, it kind of stops inside, and there's a hollowness. You try to reach through into that hollow gap. You can't just reach through stone.
Yeah, you can't just go through it.
Yeah.
What do I feel like a shape as to what the hollowness is rounded out
You
as?
can feel most of it feels like air. But as you run your hand through, you get a kind of a rough wooden feeling in some places.
Mm-hmm. Is it like a circle hollowness? Is it like another cube for
It's
hollowness?
like another cube of hollowness inside, about 6 inches in from all sides. It starts.
Okay.
As Rose is walking with Sambar's like swaying backwards and forwards, like really happy.
6 inches is more than I thought. I doubt Sambar would break through the cube and destroy whatever's inside.
You underestimate Sambar.
I think Tom really should hold Sambar. They seem to have the most interactions.
Right? We can't talk to each other, but that doesn't stop us.
Well, he said no. Don't blame it on me. You know. Okay. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Remember,
So check this out, and I'm just gonna walk the rest of the way into the wall really fast. I might as well take advantage.
Very impressive, Tom.
You
Very
meld
impressive.
yourself into one of the beds.
It's like a coffin.
And just like walk you through good swinging form. You use your shoulder, your back. You want to raise me quite high and just let the weight do the work. You're just guiding it and like giving it momentum. Okay, now just push me at the center. All right, we don't want to miss.
Excellent.
Lands, we could fuck up our leg. We don't want to do
That's-
that.
Our leg? It's still my leg, you know.
Well, you're my legs now. I've only got a head and a shaft and a handle. Like
He's just a head and a shaft. That's all he is.
that's it.
Okay. Does anybody have a pitten or a crowbar?
What do you need that for? I'm right here. Come on, big swing.
No?
No.
Okay, then I'm going for the big swing, I guess.
All
With my-
right. You wind up with a mighty swing and send Sambar the mace crashing down upon the edge of the stone's cube with a resounding like steel on stone crack. The air just split by the power of the blow, and the cube remains standing with nary a mark on it.
Maybe
I
try
don't think
again.
I did anything. Okay, I'll try again.
You repeat this and keep bashing the stone with the mace as many times as you would like, but each blow seems to do very little, if anything, to the stone itself, not even placing a scratch upon the smooth stone. You do, after some time, break away all the moss and mushrooms that had grown upon it. Now you just have this perfect cube of stone on the ground.
Yes, Samba, like, well played, stone. Well played.
Should I attempt to dispel the magic?
You can try, yes.
Tell him, yes, that's a good idea. Tell him.
It's a brilliant idea. My arm is really tired.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I couldn't do this last night. I had to prepare the spell, but I will.
I'm
cast
getting a
magic
headache.
on it.
Hammering things is really exhausting.
I know, I did it
All
all the
right,
time.
you dispel magic. This, I'm gonna have to look up the exact roll you're gonna need to make for this.
Choose one creature object, any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target
Yeah, but
ends.
it's not.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
You
it's
can
DC
temporarily
10 plus
disable
spell
magic
level.
items.
4th
Or
level
that might
higher
not
on the
be
target, make an ability check using your.
Get out of his way. The last thing I need to do is dispelled.
You're you ain't dispellable. If only it were that easy.
I still nimbly dodge out of the way, I
All
guess.
right, please make a spell casting ability check to dispel the magic of the stone. You need a DC 17.
Sorry, spellcasting ability. That's just gonna be my intelligence modifier. Like,
And your proficiency
It's your
bonus.
proficiency plus your intelligence since you're a wizard. Yeah. It's what you add to your rolls to hit.
It's probably plus 7 or plus 8.
Ooh,
All
nice.
right. You dispel the magic. You can feel your spell successfully working as the magic is wiped away from the stone, leaving the cube an inert stone on the ground in front of you.
I had
Okay,
the
Rose.
pickaxe. Sambar ate it.
Okay, Rose. Big swing.
Mhm.
Last one. I got this
Mhm.
one.
Okay, one more swing then. We're going for one more swing.
All right. With a mighty swing, you bring Sambar the Mace crashing down into the stone. A mighty crack echoes through the cave, and this time he goes crashing through the stone. It splinters around your mace, and it comes racking down onto the ground in front of you, sending a shockwave up your arm. You hear the breaking and smashing of crystal and the splintering of wood as you do so.
Nice.
When you open up when you lift the mace up, you see the stone cracked and broken in front of you. Inside this kind of hollow carving out, you see that there were, let's see.
Past tense. Were.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You see the preserved shape of a kind of square box. The kind of box was like a crate shape with little baskets in it. Sandbar's mace has cracked through this and broken it into kind of splinters. Inside, there were 4 crystalline vials that have been broken and shattered.
Lovely.
And a ruddy red swirling mixture kind of wets the bottom of the stone as the contents of the vials is spilled out. Next to the wooden box that was broken, you see a pile of perfectly preserved food. It seems to be like legs of some animal that have been roasted, it seems, or heated and cooked, but they are perfectly preserved, alongside bowls of fruit and a strange, muddy-looking bread-like substance next to it. All of it perfectly preserved and immediately smelling fresh and tasty to you upon the breaking of the box. Although they do have shards of stone and wood kind of splashed on them from the mighty swing.
I pop out of the coffin and I'm gonna head over here and look inside. I'm gonna dip my finger in this red liquid and smell it. Does this smell like wine?
No. It smells like potion.
It smells like potion. So
I'm
how is it
assuming
being? Is it being collected pretty like properly inside of this this stone container? Like, could we probably pool up the red liquid and then put it into a new vial?
You could try. Yes, that seems likely.
Does anyone have a container for this?
Don't look at me.
I'm a herbalist. Does a herbalism kit have vials in it? The question.
We have water skins.
I just like empty the water skin. I'm like, yeah.
Hold on. Let's see if Rose has...
Samba pipes up. I have like 6 healing potion vials in my bag. Oh wait.
all of my vials were in Sandbar's bag, or my bag.
Is it called Herbalist Kit?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see it on
I think it might be in tools if they actually list what it is.
Herbalism kit, clippers, mortar, pestle, pouches, and vials used by herbalists. So,
maybe you're best suited for this task. I don't have any relevant proficiency for pooling spilled potion into a vial.
well,
Doubt it's of much use to us now. Who would drink?
Do you have one of those rare tools that you use? A dripper? Little suction thing with a glass cylinder?
pipette?
I thought it was Piper.
I don't believe you have a pipette. Now, you spend some time with your vial. You get this pooled together in a corner as best you can. Keep out the stone shards and the wooden splinters. And you fill a single vial of this reddish, ruddy red potion. And yeah.
Samba's like, get Tom to lick the excess. Let's see what it is.
Well, technically, that is a thing you can do. You can taste test a potion.
Well, Simba says you should lick it. I'm not gonna lick it, but if you want to lick it, feel free to.
No, I'm not going to lick it.
He said he's not gonna do it.
He's lame. I would have licked
He
it.
says you're lame. He would have done it.
Well, Sambar probably would have done it, and Sambar's dead, so what does that tell you?
You're a bad supportive friend that could have saved me.
So, guys, we are butting up against the time that Dan's got to skedaddle out of here. So you guys take 1 potion worth of red stuff out of there. That's what you
I wrote it down.
Do you want the food?
Yes.
Can I cast detect magic? I assume I could have detected the magic through the barrier, but it might have blocked it.
You detect magic now, and you find that the potion is magical, and it is necromantic, I believe. I think that holds true in 5th edition to 2nd edition.
I believe so, too.
And the food is not magical.
Seems strange that it would stay good, but not be magical. It must have been the protected box.
Well, it's gone now.
Is it a creature that I recognize? Or any of us recognize?
No, it's very foreign-looking food. Even the berries themselves don't seem to be from around here.
All right. Are we done here?
I guess, yeah. We've. I mean, I don't.
Destroyed another ancient artifact. That's what we've done.
I asked. if you
We
wanted
seem to be quite good at that, Gorik.
Alrighty, so the 5 of you pack up, get ready to move on for the next session. We will pick up after you have completely taken apart this box and gotten its contents. I want the 5 of you plus Sambar to take 90 experience today for your defeat of the Drowner. And that will wrap us up. Any shout-outs you want to give before we sign off for the stream?
Nope. Other than I'll see you guys online if you guys don't follow me. I'm here on Twitch. I stream, I worked it out the other day, 265 hours a month. So you're bound to catch me at some point in every time zone.
All right.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah, I have a problem.
Well done.
You know, go have some fun. Go run a game. GMs, don't fudge your dice rolls. Stop. Just stop. I keep getting people who argue that one with me.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I won't be here next week. Cass and I are moving, so Gorik will probably nap in the cart on the way to wherever they're going since he didn't sleep tonight.
Sounds good. Alrighty. Enjoy. Where are you going?
We're moving to farther south, the Salem area.
Ah, okay. Well, enjoy Salem. Moves are always fun. Sounds good. Well, thank you all for playing with me. I hope you had an enjoyable time. I did even probably more than you. I quite enjoyed it. We hope to see you all minus Gorik next week. Until then, have a great day, night, whatever it is. Till I see you again. Peace, everybody.
Hi, everybody.